Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to read a story and to learn the vocabulary in the story. Now, let's start. Alright, the story, we do not have a title for the story, and the story you have to give the title to the story itself. After you read the story, then you think of the idea or the best title for the story. Okay. So I can read and understand the text, and I can fill in the blanks with correct vocabulary. Okay, the first word is organic. Organic is no spraying chemicals on the vegetables. No spraying chemicals on the vegetables. No spraying chemical on the vegetable. Enormous. Enormous is big. We have big, we have huge, and the third word we learn today is enormous. Big, huge, enormous. Look at the picture. Wow, so big. The hands are so huge, enormous. Stretched out means very long. You stretch out very long. And remember the story that you listened yesterday, and the scarecrow has a 2-meter long arms. Imagine you stretch your hands so long, 2 meter. Do you have hands of 2 meter? Is your arms 2 meter? I don't believe so. Maybe you are a scarecrow of 2 meters arms. Effective, good. Effective, good. Devastated. Devastated means very sad. Very sad. When the neighbors, farmers, stole the scary scarecrow, Pak Johan was so devastated because the bird just come and eat Pak Johan vegetable. Why? Because the scarecrow was not there anymore, and the bird was not scared. Devastated, very sad. Devastated, very sad. Sad, upset, devastated, disappointed. Alright? Sad, upset, disappointed, devastated. Right? Whole. Whole, the E don't have any sound. H-O. Whole. E no sound. E is very shy. E no sound. Remember Mommy E? Alright, when Mommy E is in front, it is O, but E don't have sound. So whole is the one that you use to plant vegetables. Alright, hole that you use to make a hole. Okay, next one, glance back. Glance back is where you look to the back. Where you look to the back. And you are like running, like, let me see my mother is at the back or not. Like, running. Glance back. And successful. Successful means you see that the vegetables are growing very well. This person is a successful farmer, a famous farmer, because he can grow good vegetables, organic, no pesticide, no spraying vegetables, very fresh, very big, enormous. And last one, rose up is past tense, rise up is present tense. Alright, rose up means you are like this. When you're sleeping, you're like this. And you rose up. Rose up. You rose up. Alright, you rose up. Okay. So before we read the story, let me go through the vocabulary again. Okay. Organic, no spraying on the vegetable. Organic, no spraying on the vegetable. Enormous, big, huge, enormous. Stretch out, very long, 2 meters long, 3 meters long. Alright? Effective, good. Devastated, very sad. Devastated, very sad. Hole, the one that you use to make a hole. Glance back, glance the back means you glance back, look behind. Glance back, look behind. Glance back, look behind. Successful, successful. You are very famous. You are very famous. You are very famous. Everyone knows you. Do you know famous and successful TikTokers or YouTubers that you like? That got millions of followers or subscribers? That is called successful. And that is called success. Rose up or rise up. Okay, now let us read the story. Okay, Park Johan on an organic vegetable farm. He was able to grow good organic greens vegetable because of his scarecrow. Park Johan built a scarecrow himself and made it as scary as possible. He gave it enormous straw arm that stretched out about 2 meters and big long legs. The scariest thing about the scarecrow was his head, which was made of a huge earthen pot. And the scarecrow's face was so scary and ugly that even he was scared to look at it. It was very effective, scaring away every bird that tried to eat his vegetables. The neighbor farm owners, Man and Lam, were jealous of Park Johan's success. Why are Park Johan so successful, so famous, so many vegetables, while we were not having so much vegetables? Maybe the scarecrow. Let's listen. One day, they stole the scarecrow and locked it in their house. The next day, Park Johan realized his scarecrow was missing. Oh no! And his greens, his vegetable, was eaten up by the birds. He was very devastated, sad, very sad. She was devastated. That night, the brothers had trouble sleeping. They could not get the image of the horrible scarecrow's face out of their mind. When they close their eyes, they can see the scarecrow. Open their eyes, they can see the scarecrow. The horrible, ugly, scary scarecrow's face. Man was so frustrated, Man took the scarecrow, smashed its head with a hole, and buried it in the lawn. Lawn is at the back of the house. At midnight, they heard scratching and clawing sound at the door. Suddenly, the door burst open and a long sword snaked in. The men froze into fear. They looked in horror as the headless scarecrow's body rose up. It caught Lance's neck. Lance shouted for help, but Mans had already made his way onto the moonlit road. Man kept running. He glanced over his shoulder and saw the scarecrow was chasing after him. It was getting closer and closer. He noticed the scarecrow had a new head. Oh no, and it looked like, I don't know. Maybe you know the answer. Remember yesterday, the previous video, the work is to draw the scarecrow's head. Now you can imagine the new scarecrow head. Is it scary? That's all for today. Thank you.